ఏడుకొండలవాడ వెంకటరమణ గోవింద. శాంతాకారం భుజగసజనం పద్మనాభం సురేశం విశ్వాకారం గగనసదృశం మేఘవర్ణం శుభాంగం లక్ష్మీకాంతం కమలనయనం యోగిహృద్యానగమ్యం వందే విష్ణుం భవభయహరం సర్వలోకైకనాథం. Dear devotees, we are welcoming you all today live streaming from our Setu Tirtha Kshetram, Bridgewater Sri Venkateshwara Temple, New Jersey. Today we are starting Sri Satyanarayana Puja. Please all of you keep watching and seek blessings and Sri from Sri Venkateshwara Swamy, Sri Satyanarayana Swamy. Thank you and God bless you. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu.
ओम पूर्वोक्त एवं गणविशेषण विशिष्टायामस्यां श्वेधो श्री भगवदाग्नेया भगवद्भागवताचार्य किंकर रूपेण अस्य जमानस्य गोत्रोद्भवस्य कौशिक गोत्रोद्भवस्य जमानस्य नामधेयस्य चिरपुतोर्बद्री नारायण नामधेयस्य भरणी नक्षत्रे जातस्य मृणालिनी नाम्याः वृषरा नक्षत्रे जातायाः अनीश्वर नामधेयस्य तिरुवोदरे नक्षत्रे जातस्य अयाना नाम्याः पूर्वट्टादि नक्षत्रे जातायाः सह कुटुम्बानाम् एवमस्यां सेवाकर्तॄणां गोत्रोद्भवस्य वसिष्ठ गोत्रोद्भवस्य जमानस्य नामधेयस्य सुबोध नामधेयस्य मीना नाम्याः हिमालय नाम्याः मयूर नामधेयस्य नीरव नामधेयस्य शा नामधेयस्य कियान् नामधेयस्य सह कुटुम्बानाम् एवमस्यां सेवाकर्तॄणां गोत्रोद्भवस्य विपर्ल गोत्रोद्भवस्य जमानस्य नामधेयस्य लीला कृष्णसाई प्रशांत नामधेयस्य भरणी नक्षत्रे जातस्य ज्योत्स्ना नंजनी नाम्याः नंजनी मुठपर्ते नाम्याः श्रवणा नक्षत्रे जातायाः सह कुटुम्बानाम् एवमस्यां भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्भवस्य अमित भरणी नक्षत्रे जातस्य मिताली पूर्वाभाद्र नक्षत्रे जातायाः साध्वी मूला नक्षत्रे जातायाः इरान् मूला नक्षत्रे जातायाः सह कुटुम्बानां च क्षेमायुरायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाख्य चतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थम् आध्यात्मिकाधिभौतिकादिदैविकादितापत्रय निवारणार्थं श्रीरमासहित वीरवेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामी व्रत पूजाख्यं कर्म करिष्ये. Dear devotees, we are starting Sri Satyanarayana Swamy Puja. All of you do namaskaram and take some akshatas. Om Devim Vajamajanayanta Devastam Vishwarupah Pashavo Vadanti Sano Mandreshamur Janduhanam Dhenurvagasma Navadushtadaitu Ayam Muhurtasu Muhurto Astu Shuklam Varadharam Vishnam Rishavarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavidhnopashantaye यस्यद्व्रतवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परशतं विघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनन्तमाश्रये तदेव लग्नं सदनं तदेव ताराबलं चन्द्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं देवबलं तदेव लक्ष्मीपते ते घ्रेगं स्मरामि. यत्र योगीश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतर्ध्रुवाणि तिर्मतिर्मम स्मृते सकलकल्याणं भाजनं यत्र जायते पुरुषस्तमजं नित्यं व्रजामि शरणं हरिं सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु नास्ति तेषाममङ्गलम्. येषां हृदिस्थो भगवान् मङ्गलायतनो हरिः लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराभवः येषामिन्दीवरश्यामो हृदयस्थो जनार्दन आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहं. श्रीलक्ष्मीनारायणाभ्यां नमः. श्रीसीतारामाभ्यां नमः. श्री भूनिला समेत श्री श्रीनिवास स्वामी परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमदनंदगरुड विश्वक्सेनादि भक्त परिवारेभ्यो नमः. श्री चंडादि द्वारपालकेभ्यो नमः. श्री केशवादि चतुर्विंशतिमूर्तिभ्यो नमः. श्री परांकुश परकालयामनयजवरादि पूर्वाचार्येभ्यो नमः. सर्वेभ्यः श्री वैष्णवेभ्यो महाभागवतेभ्यो नमो नमः. Offer the all akshatas to Lord Fit Ganapati. All of you please wash your hand with your water and take some water with your right hand and repeat the mantra. Om Achyutaya Namaha and drink. And again take some water. Please repeat the mantra. Om Anantaya Namaha. Drink. And again take some water. Om Govindaya Namaha. Drink the water. Please again do hand wash. All of you do namaskaram and repeat the namas. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Hrishikesaya Namaha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Om Damodaraya Namaha. All of you touch your nose. Om Bhuh, Om Bhuvaha, Om Suvaha, Om Mahaha, Om Janaha, Om Tapaha, Om Satyam, Om Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat, Om Abo Jyotirasomritam Brahma Bhurbhuvassuvarom. All of you take some akshatas, put in your left hand, close with your right hand like this, and keep right side. Now we are doing Satyanarayana Swamy Vrata Sankalpam. All of you please repeat. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigna Upashantaye Sri Govinda 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 Sri Mahavishnoho Agneya Pravartamanasya Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Prararthe Sveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvata Manvantare Kaliyuge Prathamapade Kraunchadvipe Ramanaka Khande Aindravarshe Uttara Amerikayam Meroho Paschime Digbhage Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Chandramanena Prabhavadi Shashti Samvatsharanam Madhye Srimate Shobhakrite Nama Samvatsare Dakshinayane Varsharutau Adhika Sravanamase Krishna Pakshe Dvadasyam Shubhadithau Sthiravasare Shubhavasare Shubhanakshatre Shubhayoga Shubhakarana Evam Guna Viseshana Visishtayam Asyam Shubhadithau Bhagavate Bhagavata Acharya Kainkarya Rupena Mama Saha Kutumbanancha Shema Sthairya Dhairya Virya Vijaya Abhaya Ayuhu Arogya Aishwarya Dhanadhanya Putra Pautra Abhivruddhi Artham Dharma Artha Kama Moksha Chaturvidha Phala पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम आध्यात्मिक आधिभौतिक आधिदैविक तापत्रय निवारण अर्थम आरब्ध कार्येषु अनारब्ध कार्येषु सर्वदा दिग्विजय प्राप्ति अर्थम धनकनक वस्तु वाहनादि सकल संपत्ति समृद्धि अर्थम मम व्यापार उद्योग व्यवहारेषु तथा विद्या धन आर्जनेषु च उन्नत स्थिति अवाप्ति अर्थम श्रीरमा सहित वीरवेंकट सत्यनारायण पूजांच आचार्य श्रीहस्तेन कारयिष्ये आदौ सर्वविध विघ्नदोष निवारण अर्थम महागणाधिपति पूजांच आचार्य श्रीहस्तेन कारयिष्ये तदंगम कलश आराधनंच करिष्ये. Offer dakshadas to Lord feet and again take some akshatas, drop the water and close with water with your right hand. Om Apo Va Idagum Sarvam Vishva Bhutanyabah Pranava Abah Pashava Apo Mridamapo Namavas Samradapo Viradavas Varadavas Chandavusyapo Jyote Gushyapo Yajogashyapas Satyamavas Sarva Devata Apo Bhurbhuvasvaro. Take some water with a spoon and take some one flower. Drop the in the water. Take the water, sprinkle on your head and puja dravyas and your family members also. All of you repeat the mantram. Apavitraha pavitro va sarva avasthanga topi va yasmarete pundarikaksham saha bahya abhyantara shuchihi. Now take some akshatas. Now we are doing Mahaganadhipati Puja. All of you pray Lord Ganapati. Om Ganana Antva Ganapati Kumbhavamahe Kavin Kavinamupavashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashranvannodibhisteda Sadanam Om Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vakratundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dante Prachodayate. All of you repeat. Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Aharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Maha Ganapataye Namaha. Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Om Bhutbhuvasvaha Mahaganadhipavahayami Sthapayami. Offer dakshanas to Lord feet Ganapati. All of you do namaskaram. Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha. Dhyana Avahanadi Shodasha Upachara Pujam Karishye. Take some akshatas. Om Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha. Dhyayami Dhyanam Samarpayami Avahayami Ratna Simhasanam Samarpayami. Offer dakshanas to Lord feet. Again take some water. all of you repeat. Hastayoho arghyam samarpayami. Offer the water to Lord feet, Ganapati, and again repeat the mantram. Padaravindayoho padyam samarpayami. Again offer the water and please take some water again and repeat the mantram. Mukharavinde Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Take some water, sprinkle on Ganapati. Om Aupacharika Snanam Samarpayami. Again take some water, repeat the mantram. Snana Anantaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Offer the water to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. Vastra Artham Akshatan Samarpayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some kunkuma. Alankarana Arthe Kunkumadi Parimala Dravyani Samarpayami. Offer the kumkum to Lord feet Ganapati and again take some akshatas. Yajna Upavitartham Akshatan Samarpayami. And again take some kunkuma and haldi powder. Please repeat the mantram. Nana Vidhani Kunkumadi Parimala Dravyani Samarpayami. And we are doing Shodasha Nama Puja. All of you offer some akshatas to Lord feet Ganapati and repeat the mantram. Om Sumukhaya Namaha. Om Ekadantaya Namaha. Om Kapilaya Namaha. Om Gajakarnikaya Namaha. Om Lambodaraya Namaha. Om Vikataya Namaha. Om Vighnarajaya Namaha. Om Ganadhipaya Namaha. Om Dhumraketave Namaha. Om Ganadhyakshaya Namaha. Om Palachandraya Namaha. Om Gajananaya Namaha. Om Vakratundaya Namaha. Om Shurpakarnaya Namaha. Om Herambaya Namaha. Om Skandapurvajaya Namaha. Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha. Nanavidhani Parimala Patra Pushpani Samarpayami. All of you do namaskaram. Dhupam Agrapayami. Om Dhurati Dhurva Dhurva Svam Devanamasi. All of you repeat. Deepam Sandarshayami. Dhupa Deepa Anantaram Shuddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami. All of you take a fruit. Please keep front of Lord Ganapati and take some water. Sprinkle on the water on the fruit. All of you offer the flower the fruit like this. All of you repeat the mantram. Om Pranaya Swaha. Om Apanaya Swaha. Om Vyanaya Swaha. Om Udanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Brahmane Swaha. All of you take some water. Repeat the mantram. Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami. Uttara Poshanam Samarpayami. Hastau Prakshalayami. Padau Prakshalayami. Offer the water to Lord feet and all of you do namaskaram. Mangala, repeat the mantram. Mangala Nirajanam Sandarshayami. Om गोविंद जय बोलो विनायक महाराज की. All of you take some akshatas and repeat the mantra. Anaya dhyana avahanadi षोडशा उपचारा पूजया आवाहिता गणाधिपः सुप्रीतः सुप्रसन्नः वरदो भवतु. Offer the akshatas to Lord Feet and take some akshatas from Lord Feet Ganapati. All of you repeat. Sri Mahaganadhipati Phalasiddhirastu. Drop the akshatas to your head and drop the on your family members also. Now we are doing in Satyanarayana Swamy part of Panchalokapalaka Puja and Navagraha Puja and Ashtadikpalaka Puja. All of you take some akshatas, put in your left hand and close with your right hand like this and keep right side and repeat the sankalpam. Mama saha kutumbanancha ayuhu arogya aishwarya abhivruddhyartham evam adityanam navanam grahanam dosha parihara artham ye ye grahaha दुष्टा अरिष्टा मारका बाधका अयिष्टा स्थानेषु स्थिताः तेषां ग्रहाणां शुभ एकादशा स्थानफला अवाप्त्यर्थं शुभस्थानेषु स्थितानां ग्रहाणां सानुकूला फला अवाप्त्यर्थम आदित्यादि नवग्रह पूजांच आचार्य श्रीहस्तेन कारयिष्ये आदौ सर्वविध विघ्नदोषा निवारण द्वारा पंचलोकपालका पूजांच आचार्य श्रीहस्तेन कारयिष्ये. Offer the all akshatas to Lord Feet and again take some akshatas. All of you repeat. Om Mahaganadhipataye नमः. ओम गणानान्त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्. ओम गं गणपतये नमः. All of you repeat. ओम महा गणाधिपतिं पंचलोका पालकम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord. Again take some akshatas. All of you pray Lord Brahma. ओम ब्रह्मा देवानां पदवेः कवीनां सर्वविप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां शेनो गृध्रा नागस्वधिर्वना नागुं सोमः पवित्रमत्येतरेभन्न. Please all of you repeat. ओम ब्रह्मणे नमः. ब्रह्माणं लोकपालकम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the all akshatas. Again take some akshatas. All of you pray Lord Vishnu. Om idam vishnurvichakrame tredhani depadam samudhamasya pagum sure. Please all of you repeat. Om Vishnave namaha. Vishnum panchalokapalakam आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord Feet and again take some akshatas. All of you pray Rudra. ओम कद्रुद्राय प्रचेदसे मेधुष्टमा यतव्यसे वोचे मशंतमगुं हृदे. Please all of you repeat. ओम रुद्राय नमः. रुद्रं पंचलोकपालकम् ఆవాహయామి స్థాపయామి పూజయామి. After the dakshinas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Please all of you pray Lord Gauri. Om Gaurirmimai Salilanidakhyatyekapadi Dvipadi Sa Chadushpadi Ashtapadi Navapadi Vabhushi Sahasra Akshara Parame Vyomanna. Please all of you repeat Om Gaurye Namaha. Gaurim Panchaloka Palakim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer dakshinas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Navagraha Puja. All of you pray Om Suryaya Namaha like Om Asatyena Rajasa Vartamano Niveshayan Amritam Martyancha Hiranyayena Savitarathena Devo Yadi Bhuvana Vipashyana. Please all of you repeat Om Suryaya Namaha. Surya Arishthetu Samprapte Surya Pujancha Karayet Surya Dhyanam Pravakshyami Pitrupida Upashantaye Adhidevata Pratyadhidevata Sahitam Suryagraham Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Chandragraha Aradhana. All of you pray Om Chandraya Namaha like this. Om Apyayasva Sametate Vishvata Soma Vishniyam Bhavavajasya Sangathe. Please all of you repeat Om Chandramase Namaha. Chandra Arishthetu Samprapte Chandra Pujancha Karayet Chandra Dhyanam Pravakshyami Manahpida Upasantaye Chandram Adhidevata Pratyadhidevata Sahitam Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer dakshinas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Kujagraha Aradhana. All of you repeat Om Kujaya Namaha. Om Agyarmordha Divah Kagatpadih Prithivya Ayam Apagam Retagam Sajanvathi. All of you repeat Om Kujaya Namaha. Kuja Arishthetu Samprapte Kuja Pujancha Karayet Kujadhyanam Pravakshyami Rogapida Upashantaye Kujam Sangam Adhidevata Pratyadhidevata Sahitam Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer dakshinas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Budhagraha Aradhana. All of you pray Om Budhaya Namaha like that. Om Udbudhyasvagne Pratijahryena Vishtabhurte Sandhruje Dhavayancha Punah Pranagasva Padanaiva Namanvatagam Setpa Yadantametam. All of you repeat Om Budhaya Namaha. Budha Arishthetu Samprapte Budha Pujancha Karayet Budha Dhyanam Pravakshyami Buddhipida Upashantaye Sangam Saparivaram Adhidevata Pratyadhidevata Sahitam Budhagraham Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer dakshinas to Lord Pit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Bruhaspati Graha Aradhana. All of you pray Om Gurave Namaha. Om Bruhaspate Adyadaryoraha Advimad Vivhad Kritabhajaneshu Yaddeda Yachhavasarta Prajata Tasmakam Dravinandehe Chitram. Please all of you repeat Om Bruhaspataye नमः बृहस्पतिं गुरु अरिष्टेतु संप्राप्ते गुरु पूजाञ्च कारयेत् गुरुध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि पुत्रपीडा उपशान्तये अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितं बृहस्पतिग्रहम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Shukra Graha Aradhan. Allah pray him Om Shukraya Namaha. ओम शुक्रन्ते अन्यत् यजदन्ते अन्यद् विषरोपयः नेद्यवरिवासे विश्वाहि माया अवसिस्पधावो भद्राते पूषण्यः रातिरस्तु. Is all of you repeat? Om शुक्राय नमः. शुक्र अरिष्टेतु संप्राप्ते शुक्रपूजाञ्च कारयेत् शुक्रध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि कलत्रपीडा उपशान्तये. शुक्रम् अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Shani Graha Aradhana. All of you pray Shanim Om Shanye Namaha. Om Shamagnyaragnyabhiskarashchannastavad Suryaha Shambhato Vatvarapa Avashridhaha. Please all of you repeat. Om Shanye Namaha. Shanyarishtetu Samprapte Shani Pujancha कारयेत् शनिध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि आयुः पीडा उपशान्तये. शनिम् अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord Fit. Again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Rahu Graha Aradhana. All of you pray Om Rahave Namaha. Om Kaya Nashchitra Bhavadoti Sadavradha Sakha Kaya Shatishtaya Vrata. Please all of you repeat. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahvarishtetu Samprapte Rahu Pujancha कारयेत् राहुध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि चक्षुः पीडा उपशान्तये. राहुम् अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Ketu Graha Aradhana. All of you pray him like Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketan Kranvanna Ketave Pesho Marya Apeshase Samashadhiraja Yathaha. Please all of you repeat. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketvarishtetu Samprapte Ketu Pujancha कारयेत् केतुध्यानं प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानपीडा उपशान्तये. केतुम् अधिदेवता प्रत्यधिदेवता सहितम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. Offer the all akshatas to Lord Fit. Again take some akshatas. Now we are doing Ashtadikpalaka Puja. All of you repeat. Om Indraya Namaha. Indram Suradhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. All of you repeat. Om Agnaye Namaha. Agnim Tejodhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the aksharas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. Please all of you repeat. Om Yamaya Namaha. Yamam Dharmadhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the aksharas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. All of you repeat. Om Nirarataye Namaha Niraratim Rakshodhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the aksharas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. Please all of you repeat. Om Varunaya Namaha Varunam Jaladhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the akshatas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. All of you repeat. Om Vayave Namaha Vayum Pranadhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the akshatas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. Please all of you repeat. Om Kuberaya Namaha Kuberam Dhanadhipatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the all aksharas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. Please repeat. Om Nirarataye Namaha Niraratim Pashupatim Ishanam Pashupatim Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the all aksharas to Lord feet, and take some akshatas. I'll pray Om Vam Varunaya Namaha in your heart. Om Tatvayami Brahmana Vandamanasadasha Astejamano Havirbhihi Ahedamano Varaneha Bodhyarashagam Samana Aya Pramoshi. Om Bhuhu Varanamavahayami Om Bhuvaha Varanamavahayami Om Bhuvaha Varanamavahayami Om Bhuvaha Varanamavahayami. All of you repeat. Om Varunaya Namaha Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. After the all akshatas to Lord feet, and again take some akshatas. All of you pray Om Satyanarayana Namaha and repeat the slokam. Om Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Visvakaram Gaganasadrusham Meghavarnam Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hridhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnam Bhavabhayaharam Sarva Lokaika Natham Sri Rama Sahita Veera Venkata Satyanarayana Swamine Namaha. Offer the all aksharas to Lord feet and take some water. Please all of you repeat. Om Hastayoho Arghyam Samarpayami. Offer the water to Lord feet and again take some water and repeat. Om Padaravindayoho Padyam Samarpayami. Offer the water to Lord feet and again take some water. Om Mukharavinde Achamaniyam Samarpayami. Offer the water to Lord feet. Now we are doing Panchamrita Abhishekam. All of you do Namaskaram and pray Om Satyanarayana Namaha and repeat the mantra. Sri Rama Sahita Veera Venkata Satyanarayana Swamine Namaha Panchamrita Abhishekam Acharya Shri Hastena Karayishye. All of you do Namaskaram. Oh, and pray Satyanarayana Swami. Om Sahasra Sherusha Purushaha सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषा नः इदन्नेनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अधोऽध्यायागुश्च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वाभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादूर्ध्व उदेत्पुरुषः पादोऽस्येह भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामते शासनानशने अभि तस्माद्विराडजायत विराजो अधिपूरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतन्वत वसन्तो अस्यासीदाज्यम् ग्रीष्म इद्मः शरद्धविः सप्तास्यासन् परिधयः त्रिसप्तसमिधः कृताः देवा यद्यज्ञम् तन्वानाः अबध्नन् पुरुषं पशुं तं यज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा अयजन्त साध्या ऋषयश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः सम्भृतं वृषदाज्यं पशोगुस्तागुश्चक्रे वायव्यान् आरण्यान् ग्राम्याश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः ऋचः सामानि जज्ञिरे छन्दागुंसि जज्ञिरे तस्मात् यजस्तस्मादजायत तस्मादश्वा अजायन्त एकेचो भयाददः गावो हजज्ञिरे तस्माज्जाता अजावयः यत्पुरुषं व्यदधुः कथिताव्यकल्पयन् मुखं यमस्य कौ बाहु कावूरूपादा उच्येते ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरू तदस्य यद्वैश्यः पद्भ्यागुं शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षोः सूर्यो अजायत मुखादिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणाद्वायुरजायत नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षं शीर्ष्णोद्यौः समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशश्रोत्रात् तथा लोकागुम् अकल्पयन् वेदाहमेदं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वा अभिवदन् यदास्ते धाता पुरस्ताद्यमुदा जहार शक्रः प्रविद्वान् प्रदिशश्चतस्रः तमेवं विद्वान् अमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्था अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् ते हनाकं महिमानस्य जन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् ॐ तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तद्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्. Please all of you repeat. श्री रमा सहित वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः. पंचामृत स्नपनं समर्पयामि. शुद्धोदक स्नानं समर्पयामि. All of you take some akshatas. श्री रमा सहित वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः. वस्त्रार्थम् अक्षतान् समर्पयामि. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some kumkuma. To all of you repeat. Om Sri Rama Sahita Satyanarayana Swamine Namaha. Urdhva Pundra Tilakan Dharayami. Offer the kumkuma to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. Yajna Upavitartham Akshatan Samarpayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. Sarva Abharanarthe Akshatan Samarpayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some kunkuma and haldi powder. Kunkumadi Parimala Dravyani Samarpayami. And again take some akshatas. Sri Rama Sahita Veera Venkata Satyanarayana Swamine Namaha Ashtottara Shatanamavali Pujayami. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet. Now we are doing Ashtottara Seva. Do you have flower? You can offer flower. If you don't have flower, you can offer the akshatas and repeat the mantra in your heart. Om Satyanarayana Namaha. Om Kesavaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Madhusudana Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Hushikeshaya Namaha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Om Damodaraya Namaha. Om Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Sankarshanaaya Namaha. Om Pradyumnaya Namaha. Om Aniruddhaya Namaha. Om Purushottamaya Namaha. Om Adhokshajaya Namaha. Om Narasimhaya Namaha. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Om Janardhanaya Namaha. Om Upendraya Namaha. Om Haraye Namaha. Om Sri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Shauraye Namaha. Om Chakrapanaye Namaha. Om Janardhanaya Namaha. Om Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Jagadyonaye Namaha. Om Vamanaya Namaha. Om Jnanapanjaraya Namaha. Om Sri Vallabhaya Namaha. Om Jagannathaya Namaha. Om Chaturmurtaye Namaha. Om Vyomakeshaya Namaha. Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha. Om Shankaraya Namaha. Om Garudadhvajaya Namaha. Om Narasimhaya Namaha. Om Mahadevaya Namaha. Om Swayambhuve Namaha. Om Achyutaya Namaha. Om Sinkhapanaye Namaha. Om Parthasarathye Namaha. Om Paranjyodishe Namaha. Om Atmajyodishe Namaha. Om Achanchalaya Namaha. Om Srivatsankaya Namaha. Om Akhiladharaya Namaha. Om Sarvalokapataye Namaha. Om Prabhave Namaha. Om Trivikramaya Namaha. Om Trikalajnanaya Namaha. Om Tridhamne Namaha. Om Karunakaraya Namaha. Om Sarvajnaya Namaha. Om Sarvagaya Namaha. Om Sarvasmai Namaha. Om Sarveshwaraya Namaha. Om Sarvasakshine Namaha. Om Haraye Namaha. Om Bhuvaneswaraya Namaha. Om Sridharaya Namaha. Om Devaki Putraya Namaha. Om Halayudhaya Namaha. Om Sahasrabahave Namaha. Om Avyaktaya Namaha. Om Sahasrakshaya Namaha. Om Aksharaya Namaha. Om Ksharaya Namaha. Om Gajarighnaya Namaha. Om Kesavaya Namaha. Om Kesimardhanaya Namaha. Om Kaidabharaye Namaha. Om Avidyaraye Namaha. Om Kamadaya Namaha. Om Kamalekshanaaya Namaha. Om Hamsashatrave Namaha. Om Adharmashatrave Namaha. Om Kakusthaya Namaha. Om Khagavahanaya Namaha. Om Neelambudharadhyutaye Namaha. Om Sharnyane Namaha. Om Haraye Namaha. Om Seshaya Namaha. Om Pitavasase Namaha. Om Guhasrayaya Namaha. Om Vedagarbhaya Namaha. Om Vibhave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Srimate Namaha. Om Trailokya Bhushanaya Namaha. Om Yajnamurtaye Namaha. Om Ameyatmane Namaha. ओम वरदाय नमः ओम वासवानुजाय नमः ओम जितेन्द्रियाय नमः ओम जितक्रोधाय नमः ओम समदृष्टये नमः ओम सनातनाय नमः ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः ओम जगत्पूज्याय नमः ओम परमात्मने नमः ओम नित्याय नमः ओम नित्यतृप्ताय नमः ओम नित्यानन्दाय नमः ओम सुराध्यक्षाय नमः ओम निर्विकल्पाय नमः ओम निरञ्जनाय नमः ओम ब्रह्मण्याय नमः ओम पृथ्वीनाथाय नमः ओम निष्कलंकाय नमः ओम निराभासाय नमः ओम निष्प्रपंचाय नमः ओम निरामयाय नमः ओम भक्तवश्याय नमः ओम महोदराय नमः ओम असुरांतकाय नमः ओम सर्वलोकनामांतकाय नमः ओम अनंताय नमः ओम अनंत विक्रमाय नमः ओम मायाधाराय नमः ओम निराधाराय नमः ओम सर्वाधाराय नमः ओम धराधराय नमः ओम पुण्यकीर्तये नमः ओम पुरातनाय नमः ओम त्रिकालज्ञानाय नमः ओम विष्टरश्रवसे नमः ओम चतुर्भुजाय नमः और फिर विद श्री रमा सहित वीर वेंकट सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः नानाविधानि कुंकुमादि परिमल द्रव्याणि एवं पुष्पाणि पत्राणि समर्पयामि. Now we are doing Lakshmi Ashtotra Seva. So all of you take kunkuma and offer to Lord kunkuma and repeat the sankalpam Om in the mantram Om Mahalakshmi Namaha. And repeat the sankalpam Sri Mahalakshmyaha Anugraha Siddhyartham Divya Charanaravindayoho Kunkumaihi Archayami. Offer the kunkuma to Lord feet. Om Mahalakshmi Namaha Om Prakrutye Namaha Om Vikrutye Namaha Om Vidyaye Namaha Om Sarvabhuta Hitapradaye Namaha ओम श्रद्धायै नमः ओम विभूत्यै नमः ओम सुरभ्ये नमः ओम परमात्मिकायै नमः ओम वाचे नमः ओम पद्मालयायै नमः ओम पद्मायै नमः ओम शुचये नमः ओम स्वाहायै नमः ओम सुधायै नमः ओम सुधायै नमः ओम धन्यायै नमः ओम हिरण्मये नमः ओम लक्ष्म्ये नमः ओम नित्यपुष्टायै नमः ओम विभावर्ये नमः ओम आदित्ये नमः ओम दित्ये नमः ओम दीप्तायै नमः ओम वसुधायै नमः ओम वसुधारिण्ये नमः ओम कमलायै नमः ओम कान्तायै नमः ओम क्षमायै नमः ओम क्षीरोदसंभवायै नमः ओम अनुग्रहपरायै नमः ओम रुद्धये नमः ओम अनघायै नमः ओम हरिवल्लभायै नमः ओम अशोकायै नमः ओम अमृतायै नमः ओम दीप्तायै नमः ओम लोकशोकविनाशिन्ये नमः ओम धर्मनिलयायै नमः ओम करुणायै नमः ओम लोकमात्रे नमः ओम पद्मप्रियायै नमः ओम पद्महस्तायै नमः ओम पद्माक्ष्यै नमः ओम पद्मसुन्दर्यै नमः ओम पद्मोद्भवायै नमः ओम पद्ममुख्यै नमः ओम पद्मनाभप्रियायै नमः ओम रमायै नमः ओम पद्ममालाधरायै नमः ओम देव्यै नमः ओम पद्मिन्ये नमः ओम पद्मगन्धिन्ये नमः ओम पुण्यगन्धायै नमः ओम सुप्रसन्नायै नमः ओम प्रसादाभिमुख्यै नमः ओम प्रभायै नमः ओम चन्द्रवदनायै नमः ओम चन्द्रायै नमः ओम चन्द्रसहोदर्यै नमः ओम चतुर्भुजायै नमः ओम चन्द्ररूपायै नमः ओम इन्दिरायै नमः ओम इन्दुशीतलायै नमः ओम आह्लादजन्ये नमः ओम पुष्ट्ये नमः ओम शिवायै नमः ओम शिवकर्ये नमः ओम सत्ये नमः ओम विमलायै नमः ओम विश्वजनन्ये नमः ओम तुष्टये नमः ओम दारिद्र्यनाशिन्ये नमः ओम प्रीतिपुष्करण्ये नमः ओम शान्तायै नमः ओम शुक्लमाल्याम्बरायै नमः ओम श्रियै नमः ओम भास्कर्यै नमः ओम बिल्वनिलयायै नमः ओम वरारोहायै नमः ओम यशस्विन्ये नमः ओम वसुन्धरायै नमः ओम उदारांगायै नमः ओम हरिण्ये नमः ओम हेममालिन्ये नमः ओम धनधान्यकर्ये नमः ओम सिद्धये नमः ओम श्रैणसौम्यायै नमः ओम शुभप्रदायै नमः ओम नृपवेश्मगदानन्दायै नमः ओम वरलक्ष्मी नमः ओम सुप्रदायै नमः ओम शुभायै नमः। ओम हिरण्यप्राकारायै नमः। ओम समुद्रतनयायै नमः। ओम जयायै नमः। ओम मंगलदेव्यै नमः। ओम विष्णुवक्षस्थलस्थितायै नमः। ओम विष्णुपत्न्यै नमः। ओम प्रसन्नाक्ष्यै नमः। ओम नारायणसमाश्रितायै नमः। ओम दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्यै नमः। ओम देव्यै नमः। ओम सर्वोपद्रववारिण्यै नमः। ओम नवदुर्गायै नमः। ओम महाकाल्यै नमः। ओम ब्रह्मविष्णुशिवात्मिकायै नमः। ओम त्रिकालज्ञानसम्पन्नायै नमः। ओम श्री भुवनेश्वर्यै नमः। ओम श्री महालक्ष्मी नमः। ओम श्रीदेव्यै नमः। ओम श्री भूदेव्यै नमः। ओम श्री नीलादेव्यै नमः। ओम श्री गोदादेव्यै नमः। ओम श्री अनंताय नमः। ओम श्री गरुडाय नमः। ओम श्रीमते विश्वक्सेनाय नमः। ओम श्री परांकुशाय नमः। ओम श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः। ओम श्रीमद्वरवरमुनये नमः। ओम स्वाचार्येभ्यो नमः। ओम पूर्वाचार्येभ्यो नमः. Please all of you repeat, take some akshatas and repeat. Samasta परिवाराय सर्व दिव्या मंगला विग्रहाय श्रीमते नारायणाय नमः. नानाविधानि परिमल पत्र पुष्पाणि कुंकुमादि परिमल द्रव्याणि समर्पयामि. Offer the all akshatas to Lord feet and repeat. Divya dhupam agrapayami. Please all of you do namaskaram. Om dhura dhura देवाः दिव्य धूपमाघ्रापयामि. स्थापिता प्रत्यक्ष दीपं संदर्शयामि. नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि. Take a fruit, keep it in front of Satyanarayana Swamy and open the prasadam box. That box also keep it before Satyanarayana Swamy, front of Satyanarayana Swamy. All of you please take some water. Sprinkle the water on the prasadam and the banana fruit. Please all of you offer the prasadam and fruit to Lord Satyanarayana Swamy and repeat the mantra. Om pranaya swaha. Om apanaya swaha. Om vyanaya swaha. Om udanaya swaha. Om samanaya swaha. Om brahmane swaha. All of you repeat. Madhye madhye paniyam samarpayami. Take some water, offer that to Lord feet and take some water. Uttara poshanam samarpayami. Offer that to Lord feet and again take some water. Hastau prakshalayami. Padau prakshalayami. Offer to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. Mangala Nirajanam Sandarshayami. All of you do namaskaram. Om Pariyapya Anantaraya Nirvando Modira Naustama Mahatavati Nirvatya Nirvatya Sarvameva Dena Apnote Sarvam Jayati. Om Mano Indriya గోవింద జై బోలో సత్యనారాయణ స్వామి భగవానికి. Offer the aksharas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. Please all of you stand. Now we are doing mantra pushpa seva. All of you take some akshatas. Please stand and do namaskaram. ఓం సహస్రశీరుషం దేవం విశ్వాక్షం విశ్వశంభువం విశ్వన్నారాయణం దేవమక్షరం పరమం ప్రభం విశ్వతః పరమాన్ నిత్యం విశ్వన్నారాయణగుం హరిం విశ్వమేవేదం పురుషస్తద్విశ్వముపజీవతే పతిం విశ్వస్యాత్మేశ్వరగుం శాశ్వతగుం శివమచ్యుతం నారాయణం మహాజ్ఞేయం విశ్వాత్మానం పరాయణం నారాయణ పరం బ్రహ్మ తత్వన్నారాయణ పరః నారాయణ పరో జ్యోతిరాత్మా నారాయణ పరః యచ్చ కించిజ్జగస్యస్మిన్ దృశ్యతే శ్రూయతేపి వా అంతర్బహిశ్చ తత్సర్వం వ్యాప్య నారాయణ స్థితః అనంతమవ్యయం కవిగుం సముద్రేంతం విశ్వశంభువం పద్మకోశ ప్రతీకాశకం హృదయం చాప్యధోముఖం అధో నిష్ట్యావిదస్యాంతనాభ్యాముపరితిష్ఠతే హృదయం తద్విజానీయాద్ విశ్వస్యాయతనం మహతే సంతదగుం శిరాభిస్తులంబత్యా కోశసన్నిభం తస్యాంతే సుశిరగుం సూక్ష్మం తస్మిన్ సర్వం ప్రతిష్ఠితం తస్య మధ్యే వహ్నిశిఖ తస్య మధ్యే మహానగ్నిర్విశ్వార్తిర్విశ్వతో ముఖః సోగ్రభుక్వదం తిష్టన్నాహారమజరః కవిః సంతాపయతి స్పందేహమాపాదతలమస్తకం తస్య మధ్యే వహ్నిశిఖా అనీయోర్ధ్వా వ్యవస్థితః నీలతో యదమధ్యస్థా విద్యుల్లేఖేవ భాస్వరా నీవారశోకవత్తన్వీ పీతాభాస్యాత్తనూపమా తస్యాశిఖాయా మధ్యే పరమాత్మా వ్యవస్థితః స బ్రహ్మా శిశవస్సేంద్రస్సోక్షరః పరమస్వరాట్ ఋతగుం సత్యం పరం బ్రహ్మ పురుషం కృష్ణపింగళం ఊర్ధ్వరేతం విరూపాక్షం విశ్వరూపాయ వై నమః. ఓం నారాయణాయ విద్మహే వాసుదేవాయ ధీమహి తన్నో విష్ణుః ప్రచోదయాత్. ఓం మహాదేవ్యే చ విద్మహే విష్ణుపత్న్యే చ ధీమహి తన్నో లక్ష్మీః ప్రచోదయాత్. All have to do 3 pradakshina. ఓం యాని కాని చ పాపాని జన్మాంతర్గతాని చ తాని దాని నశ్యంతి ప్రదక్షిణం పదే పదే పాపోహం పాపకర్మాహం పాపాత్మా పాపసంభవః త్రాహి మాం కృపయా దేవ శరణాగతవత్సల అన్యదా శరణం నాస్తి త్వమేవ శరణం మమ తస్మాత్ కారుణ్య భావేన రక్ష రక్షో జనార్దన. ఆఫర్ ద అక్షరాస్ టు లార్డ్ ఫిట్ అండ్ డూ నమస్కారం. ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ సిట్ డౌన్. And now we are going Satyanarayana Swamy story. So all of you take some akshatas and pray Lord Satyanarayana. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Manojavam Marutatulyavegam జితేంద్రియం బుద్ధిమతాం వరిష్టం వాతాత్మజం వానరయూథముఖ్యం శ్రీరామదూతం శిరసా నమామి. Shaunaka and 88,000 other rishis assembled to the forest of Naimisharanya and asked Maharshi Shuta, the narrator of the Puranas, O Maharshi, please tell us how mankind can attain salvation. Maharshi Shuta answered, even Narada Muni had asked Lord Vishnu, the consult of Mahalakshmi, the same question. Let me repeat what Lord Vishnu told Narada. Please listen carefully. Narada, during one of his regular journeys to various worlds, he came to the earth. There his people are suffering in many ways as a result of their past deeds. To remove their suffering and offer salvation, Narada traveled to Vishnaloka and found Lord Vishnu adorned with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and lotus in his forehand, and a garland around his neck. Narada spoke humbly, O Supreme Lord Vishnu, the Savior of the destitute and the troubled, I surrender at the feet. Lord Vishnu greeted him and asked, Tell me what do you want, and I will fulfill your wishes. Narada replied, O Bhagavan Vishnu, people on earth are suffering in many ways as a result of their past sinful deeds. Please bestow the grace and reveal to me as to how they can be helped. Lord Vishnu replied, mankind rid itself of all its sorrows by performing a puja called Satyanarayana Puja. This puja, when performed according to religious rites, will bring happiness, peace of mind, and wealth in his life, and salvation beyond. On hearing this, Narada was filled with joy and addressed Lord Vishnu. O Lord Vishnu, in your infinite grace, please tell me the details of the puja that you have just mentioned, and how and when to perform it, and who has performed it before. Lord Vishnu answered, this puja can be performed on a full moon day. One must invite his friends and relatives and perform the puja with devotion, offering fruits, ghee, milk, curd, butter, wheat flour, sugar, and honey to God. After the puja is completed, he must read the story of Lord Satyanarayana and then distribute the prasadam to everyone. The puja thus performed will bring fulfillment of one's wishes. Particularly in the Kali Yuga, this puja can bring contentment. Jai Bolo Satyanarayana Swamy Bhagavani ki. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. Chapter number 2. Maharshi Suta continued, addressed the assembled rishis. O rishis, I will now tell you who have all observed the Satyanarayana Vrata in the past. Once there lived a very poor Brahmin in the beautiful city of Kashi. Plagued by acute hunger, he used to wander about in search of food. Lord Vishnu took the form of an old man and appeared before the poor Brahmin and asked, O friend, why are you wandering aimlessly? The poor Brahmin replied, Sir, I am a very poor man, unable to bear the pangs and hunger. I beg for alms, sir. If you know a way out of this misery, please tell me. Lord Vishnu, who has in the disguise of the old man, replied, O Brahmin, Lord Satyanarayana grants his wishes of all his devotees and remove their sorrows, so you should perform his puja and reap its benefits. Lord Vishnu then explained the details of the Satyanarayana puja to the Brahmin and disappeared. The poor Brahmin resolved to perform the puja. After a sleepless night, he got up early in the morning and went to the beg for alms. His mind fixed on only one thing, namely the puja. That day, he got a lot of money. With which he brought fruits, milk, curd, and honey and performed the puja with his relatives and friends. With Lord Satyanarayana's grace, he shed his poverty and lived contented life. Every month on the full moon day, he performed the puja and finally attained moksha. Maharshi Suta continued. On one day, when this Brahmin performed the puja in the Kashi, a woodcutter entered his house and asked for water. Seeing the Brahmin performing some puja, the woodcutter inquired about the puja, and Brahmin, who had been bestowed with Lord Satyanarayana's grace, spoke. This is called Satyanarayana Vrata. One who observes the Vrata will be blessed by the Lord Satyanarayana. I myself have been bestowed with wealth. The woodcutter was delighted to hearing this. He learned the proper way to perform the puja, and at the prasadam it was offered, and he went his way. With Lord Satyanarayana in his mind, the woodcutter resolved that he would observe the vrata with whatever he was going to earn by selling firewood on the day. He went to the port of city where rich people lived, sold the firewood and made twice the normal profit. Pleased with his luck, the woodcutter bought banana, sugar, ghee, milk, curd, honey, and wheat flour and performed the Satyanarayana Puja with his friends and relatives. By Lord Satyanarayana's grace, he too acquired enough wealth, lived comfortably, and finally attained moksha. Jai Bolo Satyanarayana Swamy Bhagavani ki. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and again take some akshatas. अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः chapter number 3. Maharshi Suta continued, O best of ascetics, I will now tell you the story of further. In the olden days there lived a wise king by the name of Ulkamukha. He had mastered all his senses and always spoke the truth. He used to go to the temple every day and offer gifts to the Brahmins. His lotus-faced wife was a pure and pious woman. One day, the royal couple was performing Satyanarayana Puja at the banks of the river Bhadrasila. At that time, a merchant called Sadhu sailed by. Seeing king performing some puja, Sadhu stopped his boat, got off, and addressed the king humbly. O king, would you kindly tell me what are you doing with such a devotion and concentration? The king replied, O Sadhu, I have no children. In order that I may be blessed with children, I am worshipping the Lord Almighty Satyanarayana. On hearing this, Sadhu spoke humbly, O king, please tell me how to perform the puja. I would like to observe the vrata, as I too have no children. The king told him all the details of Satyanarayana puja. Sadhu returned home and with great joy told his wife that they should perform Satyanarayana puja which will fulfill their desire to have children. He then resolved to perform the puja after the children was born. By the divine grace, Sadhu wife Leelavati soon conceived and the Durkos gave a birth to the beautiful girl who was named Kalavati. One day Leelavati reminded her husband of his promise to performing Satyanarayana Puja. Sadhu told his wife that he would do the puja at the time of his daughter's wedding and got busy with his work. In the meantime, Kalavati grew up and blossomed into a lovely girl. Sadhu sent a messenger to find a suitable bridegroom for his daughter. One of his messengers found a good-natured and handsome boy in the Vaishya family from Kanchananagar. Sadhu found the boy to be suitable the match too for his daughter and celebrated her marriage with great pomp and show. But Sadhu completely forgot about Satyanarayana Puja, and the Lord Satyanarayana placed a curse on the Sadhu. Then one day Sadhu went on a business trip with his son-in-law. He stopped at a trade at Ratanpur, which was ruled by King Chandraketu. During the time he was in the Ratanpur, some thieves robbed the king's treasury and were running away. The king's soldiers followed them in the pursuit and frightened the thieves. They threw all the things by the robber by they had robbed near Sadhu and his son-in-law and escaped. Finding the things of king's treasuries near Sadhu and his son-in-law, the king's soldiers thought they are the real thieves, arrested them and brought them before the king. The king ordered them to be chained and thrown in prison because Lord Smaya, nobody even listened to what Sadhu had to say his defense. King Chandraketu also confiscated all the merchandise. Lord Satyanarayana did not spare even Sadhu's wife. Some robbers broke into her home and Leelavati lost everything. One day Kalavati was very hungry and went out of his house and wandered her here and there and stopped at a house where Satyanarayana Puja was being performed. She stayed at the place until the puja was finished and ate the prasadam that was offered. When she reached home, it was very late in the night. Leelavati asked her where she had been. Kalavati told her mother she was listening to Satyanarayana Katha in the somebody's house. Leelavati at the once remembered her husband's promise to perform the puja and resolved to observe the Satyanarayana Vrata herself. She invited all relatives and friends and prayed Lord Satyanarayana to forgive his sins. Lord Satyanarayana was pleased with Leelavati's prayers. He appeared before King Chandraketu in his dreams and told him to release the two merchants from prison as they were not the real thieves. If the king failed to do so, Lord Satyanarayana warned that his kingdom, wealth, and children would all disappear. The next day morning, the king told his counselors and about his dream and ordered Sadhu and his son-in-law to be released and brought before him. The latter were affrighted and stood before the king Chandraketu with bowed hands. The king talked to them gently and said, "You two have suffered greatly because of your faith, but now there is nothing to fear." The king uh, returned the merchants, gives the new clothes and gifts and bade them goodbye. Jai Bolo Satyanarayana Swamy Bhagavani ki. Offer the Alakshas to Lord Fit and again take some akshatas. Atha Chaturthodhyayah, chapter number 4. Sadhu and his son-in-law loaded his boat with the riches given to by them, the king, and sailed homewards. Lord Satyanarayana wanted to test Sadhu further. He took a form of an old ascetic with a trident, appeared before Sadhu and asked him what he was carrying in his boat. Without realizing the ascetic was indeed Lord Satyanarayana in disguise, Sadhu laughed mockingly and said, "You Brahmin, are you thinking of stealing my things? We don't have any valuable in the boat except leaves and creeper plants." Whereupon Lord Satyanarayana replied, "O Sadhu, tatastu." The god then dispatched in the great haste and stood by the seashore. When Sadhu went into his boat, he discovered to his horror that the boat was filled with leaves and creeper plants, just as he had falsely told the ascetic. Sadhu swooned and at the sight, but was reviewed by his son-in-law who spoke. "This must be the curse of the ascetic. He must be a mistake. Let us go to him and ask for his forgiveness." The two merchants went to the seashore where the ascetic was meditating. They fell at the feet and repeatedly begged for his forgiveness. Pleased by the sadhu's devotion, the Lord said, Sadhu, do not weep. You suffer because you have broken your promise time and again. On hearing this, Sadhu replied, Oh God, even Brahma and other devatas drowned in your Maya cannot comprehend your various forms completely. How can I, with my limited ability, comprehend your various forms? I pray according to my limited knowledge. Please show your true form and bless me. Upon hearing this, God was pleased and granted his wishes, restoring his merchandise in the boat and dispatched. The two merchants then joyfully sailed homewards. On reaching their hometown, they sent a messenger to their wives to inform them of safe arrival. At the time, Leelavati and Kalavati were performing Satyanarayana Puja. Leelavati quickly finished the puja and asked her daughter to do so. She then hurried to the seashore to meet her husband. Kalavati, in eagerness to meet her husband, forgot to eat the prasadam and rushed to the seashore. This action of the angered Lord Satyanarayana. He cursed the boat and her husband to drown in the sea. Not finding her husband, Kalavati started weeping. All were wonderstruck and frightened. Sadhu was at a loss to know what to do so. Thinking that his was Lord Satyanarayana's Maya, he announced to everybody that he would perform Satyanarayana Puja and pray to Lord Satyanarayana again and again. At this, Lord Satyanarayana is the savior of the sincere, was very pleased and said, O Sadhu, your daughter did not eat the prasadam in your haste to see her husband, and so I made him and the boat disappear. Let her go home and take the prasad and return. On hearing this, Kalavati rushed home and ate the prasadam. When she returned to the seashore, she found to her joy her husband and the boat. Then Sadhu returned home happily with his relatives, performed, friends, performed Satyanarayana Puja on every full moon day. With God's grace, he enjoyed all the comforts in his world and finally attained moksha. Jai Bolo Satyanarayana Swamy Bhagavan ki. Offer the akshatas to Lord feet and take some akshatas. Chapter number 5. Maharshi Sutta continued. Once there was a king called Tungadhvaja who underwent a lot of misery because he refused the Satyanarayana Swami Prasadam. One day, after hunting, he was resting under a tree. Cowards were happily performing Satyanarayana Puja nearby. The king, in vanity, refused the prasadam they offered. When he reached his place, he found that his kingdom, all his sons, his wealth, and everything had disappeared. Then it occurred to him that Lord Satyanarayana was probably angry with him. He went back to the cowards, prostrated himself before Lord Satyanarayana, and performed the puja with great devotion. The Lord showered his blessings, and the king regained everything he had lost earlier. He lived happily and reached Vaikuntha after his death. Maharshi Sutta said, O holy man, I have narrated to the Lord Satyanarayana Katha, which was originally told by Lord Vishnu to Narada Muni. By observing this vrata, mankind can attain salvation. In his Kali Yuga, observance of this vrata can lead to gratification of his one's wishes. Thus ended the narrator of Maharshi Suta, after which Shaunaka and other rishis returned to their respective places. Jai Bolo Satyanarayana Swami Bhagavani ki. Offer the Lakshadas to Lord feet. Please all of you stand. Now we are doing Mahaharati. Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagannath Hare भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख मिन से मन का स्वामी दुख मिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तनु का ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहुम किसकी स्वामी शरण गहुम किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आस कर्म किसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं मूर्ख खल स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किसी विधि मिलों दयामय किसी विधि मिलों दयामय तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम ठाकुर मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे अपने हाथ उठावो अपने प्रेम बढ़ावो लुपड़ा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिठावो पाप हरो देवा स्वामी कष्ट हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ावो संतान की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम, नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
जय बोल सत्यनारायण भगवान की गोविंदा।
Dear Bhagavad Bandhus, we are going to conclude this live telecast right now. We will get back to you at 6:30 p.m. with Ardra Nakshatram Sri Nataraja Swami Abhishekam. Please all of you keep watching and seek blessings from Sri Venkateswara Swami and Sri Sankara Narayana Swami. Dhanyavadaha. Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu.